Welcome to the News Hour. It's been 76 years since what Palestinians call the Nakba. 76 seconds of the sound of sirens rang out across the occupied West Bank, marking each year since the catastrophe. That's when more than 750,000 Palestinians were forced from their homes. Today, they're suffering an even greater catastrophe, with more than 35,000 men, women and children killed by Israel's war on Gaza. And while Palestinians in the occupied West Bank marked the day, Israel expanded its military operation across Gaza. Shelling of the Jabalia refugee camp in northern Gaza killed 4 Palestinians, while another strike hit an UNRWA-affiliated clinic in Gaza City, killing at least 10 people. And in central Gaza, Israel targeted both the Al-Balah and Nuseirat refugee camps, killing dozens of Palestinians. Tareq Azzoum is in Deir al Balah in central Gaza, and he begins our coverage on Israel's latest attacks.
A last goodbye kiss on the cheek of a child, now lifeless. The Parash family's home was destroyed by an Israeli airstrike, killing several of them. This is what generational trauma looks like, as relatives of different ages gather in shock. They call out Habibi, Arabic for my love, a last moment together before burial. The Parash's home in El Baraj, in the center of the Gaza Strip. It's a refugee camp created in 1949 during the Nakba, one of 8 that still exist today, including Khan Yunis and Deir al Balah, where dozens of people have been killed in the last few days in Israeli airstrikes. It started off as tents to house Palestinians kicked out of their homes by Zionist forces across historic Palestine. Some of them ended in Gaza and now completely trapped.
We lived through the Nakba not just once, we were displaced several times. Palestinian exiles. In 2014 we were displaced. In 2008 we were displaced. In 2022 we were displaced. I was a child in 1967 as well, and the circumstances were very difficult.
Shadi sits with her grandchildren, who should mostly be at school, and instead they have been moving from one place to another, trying to shelter from Israel's aggressive bombardment since October last year.
There's no catastrophe worse than this one. I've been here for 80 years and nothing compares to this. No house, neighbor or donkey or human being is left in this life. Everything is gone.
These kids are already trapped in a cycle of violence as Israel's war continues with no end in sight. They only hear from the grandparents, the last of the Nakba generation, of a life free from occupation. But that's a distant dream for all Palestinians, especially for people here in Gaza, who are all permanent refugees in their homeland. Tareq Azzoum, Al Jazeera, Deir al Balah, Palestine.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.